So I'm starting off with my hair in an old twist out. I feel like old twist outs make the best puffs. So then I'm going to make a part starting above the arch of my eyebrow, going about 2.5 to 3 inches back. This part is going to show, so you do want to make sure you make it as straight as possible, so perfect it if you need to. Once I feel like I have my part perfect, I am going to clip that away, and then I am going to go about 1/4 of an inch down and do the exact same thing, make another part parallel to that first part, making sure that is as straight as possible. And once I feel like I've gotten it straight, then I am going to clip that out of the way. And then I'm going to do the same thing, go about 1/4 of an inch downwards and do another parallel part, and make sure that is as straight as possible. And once I've gotten that, I'm going to clip that away. And then for the last one, it kind of made its own part, but if it doesn't do that for you, then just do the same thing, go another 1/4 of an inch downwards and create another part. But mine kind of already had a part created, so I just went with that. And you want to clip that out of the way. So once you've done that, you should have 3 sections, 4 parts, 3 sections. And I tried to make mine as straight as I could, but that's as good as I could get it. And then you're going to start with the first part. I unclipped my clip, and then I am going to start spraying my hair lightly with some water. Before I style my hair, I always spray with water just because it makes it a little bit more manageable before I actually style. Then I'm going to use the Honey and Ginger Styling Gel from Miel Organics. This is one of my favorite styling gels. I just love how it just gives my hair a nice hold and it has some moisture into it. So I'm really going to work that into my hair, focusing on my edges and my roots. We are going to flat twist, so I like to focus the gel on that areas because it makes the flat twist look a little neater. So I'm really going to work that gel in, and once I've done that, to begin to flat twist, which is basically 2-strand twisting, and then you're going to add a piece of hair every time you twist. So I'm just going to 2-strand twist it backwards and add a strand each time. And I am going to do this, like I said, about 2.5 to 3 inches backwards. And once I feel like I've gotten it as far as I need it, which is about 2.5 to 3 inches, then I'm going to start just individually twisting, which is what I'm doing right now. I stopped flat twisting and now I'm just doing individual twists just to hold the end so that the hair doesn't unravel. And then I'm going to take a clip and just clip that away, just again to ensure that it doesn't unravel as I do the next section. So I'm going same thing to the next section. I'm going to spray my hair lightly with some water to dampen it. And then I'm going to use a Honey and Ginger Styling Gel. A tip for me is I like to put the gel closer to like the tips of my fingers because that makes it easier to apply to my hair. As you see, I'm not really using my palms, so I don't see a purpose in putting gel on my palms. So putting it on my tips of my fingers really helps me work it into my hair better. And then of course I'm going to flat twist again, and I'm just going to flat twist the same distance as I did the first one. Once I reach that point, I am just going to start individually twisting, which is what I'm doing now. This just helps so that the hair doesn't unravel as I work with the next section. Then I'm going to clip that away. And then I'm going to work on the last section and do the same thing, spray my hair with some water, then apply some of the Honey and Styling Gel, like I said, using the gel on the tips of my fingers so that it makes it easier for me to apply to my hair, work that into my hair, and then start flat twisting it all the way back to it reaches the same length as the other 2 twists. And then once it reaches that length, I am going to start individually twisting. You don't need to twist it all the way down. You just need to individually twist it a few times, just again to secure it so that it does not unravel. And once you have done that, once you feel like it's secured enough, I feel like I twisted a little too much, but once it's secured enough, I unravel everything. And this is what my hair looks like so far. Then I'm going to take one of my hair elastics. I'm just going to link in the description box where I get this hairband, because I do get it off this website. So I'm going to link that in the description box. And I'm just going to do my hair into a regular high puff. When I do my high puffs, I like my puffs to be on top of my head. So I push the band from the back, not from the front. The band stays right on my edges in the front, and I just push it from the back upwards. This ensures that the puff stays on my head and not like in the middle of my head. Just because sometimes as I pull the band, it starts to creep up in the front. So I kind of pull that closer to the front. I make sure that the twists on the sides still are showing. And then of course I just fluff out my hair to get my puff as big as possible. Then once I feel like I've got my puff to be as big as I want, I start adding some little jewelry things that I got at the beauty supply store just to those little 3 twists, just to like spice up the hairstyle. And then of course, no hairstyle is done until you do your edges. I'm using the Mielle Organics Flexible Hold Edge Gel, and I'm just laying down my edges to get them how I want them to look. This just makes the hairstyle look a lot more neater and a lot more put together. And I just keep fixing it till I feel like I like it. And then of course I go in and then refluff out my puff again, as big as I want it to be. And that's what that side looks like. Then I realized I had to do my edges on the other side, so I'm just going to just get those to look the way I want them to look. And then I'm going to fluff out my puff again. And that is all. This hairstyle, this is the finished look. It's very simple and easy and a great way to jazz up a high puff. Now every time I do a high puff, I pretty much do it this way, just because I feel like without the twist on the side, it starts to just look boring. So this is a great way to spice up your puff. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys in my next video.